Most people fear being alone. But what if solitude is actually your greatest superpower? We live in a world where noise never stops: notifications, opinions, comparisons, expectations. It's constant, it's loud, and it pulls us in 1,000 different directions. We're so conditioned to seek connection, to be surrounded, that the idea of being alone can feel like a failure. But what if I told you that solitude is not emptiness? What if it's the secret to unlocking clarity, building unbreakable strength, and achieving true self-mastery? This isn't about being a hermit or pushing people away. It's about discovering the art of being alone, a powerful practice that can transform your confidence, discipline, and personal growth in ways you never imagined. So if you're ready to stop running from the silence and start harnessing its power, stick around. We're about to explore how solitude can become your greatest advantage. First, let's get one thing straight. Being alone is not the same as being lonely. Loneliness is a painful feeling of isolation, a craving for connection that isn't met. Solitude, on the other hand, is a choice. It's a deliberate decision to step away from the external world to spend quality time with the most important person in your life, yourself. Think about it. When was the last time you were truly alone with your own thoughts, without a screen, without a podcast, without some form of distraction? In our hyper-connected world, true silence is a luxury. But it's in that silence that the magic happens. When you're alone, you finally get to hear what you're really thinking. Not what your boss thinks, not what your family expects, not what social media tells you to want. You hear your own voice. You start to uncover your deepest passions, your hidden fears, and your authentic desires. This is the first step of any meaningful self-improvement journey. You can't build a better version of yourself if you don't even know who you are to begin with. Solitude is the mirror that shows you your true reflection, flaws, and all. And only when you see yourself clearly can you begin the work of becoming who you want to be. It's the master key to self-discovery. Now let's talk about emotional strength. How many of us secretly, or not so secretly, rely on others for validation? We post a picture and wait for the likes. We share good news and wait for the congratulations. We feel down and wait for someone to cheer us up. Our emotional state becomes a roller coaster, controlled by the opinions and reactions of others. But when you learn to not just tolerate solitude, but to actually enjoy it, something incredible happens. You stop outsourcing your happiness. Your sense of worth stops being dependent on external approval and starts becoming internal, stable, and self-generated. You learn to be your own source of comfort, your own cheerleader, and your own guide. This is the bedrock of self-discipline. When your emotions are no longer at the mercy of outside forces, you gain control. You're no longer reacting to the world. You're responding to it with intention and strength. This emotional independence is true freedom. You become unshakable because your peace comes from within, a place no one else can touch. Solitude also gives you the clarity to break toxic patterns. Most of us stay stuck in life because we're surrounded by the same influences day in and day out. We hang out with the same people, engage in the same habits, and follow the same routines, wondering why nothing ever changes. The problem is, you can't see the picture when you're inside the frame. You need to step back. When you intentionally create space for yourself, you gain a new perspective. You can finally observe your life with objectivity. You start to notice who in your circle truly energizes you and who drains your spirit. You identify the habits that are destroying your focus and the routines that are sabotaging your discipline. Solitude is like hitting the reset button. It gives you the quiet space to analyze, to plan, and to intentionally redesign your life. You can decide who deserves your time, what habits serve your goals, and which direction you truly want to go. It's a strategic retreat to plan your next advance. Have you ever wondered why so many of the greatest minds and history writers, inventors, artists, philosophers all praise the power of isolation? It's because solitude is the birthplace of laser-sharp focus. In our modern world, distraction is the enemy of progress. Notifications, emails, open-plan offices, social media feeds, they all fragment our attention into a million tiny pieces. It's almost impossible to do deep, meaningful work when you're constantly being interrupted. But when you're alone, you eliminate the noise. You create a sanctuary for your mind where you can enter a state of deep focus, often called flow. This is where the real work gets done. It's where you build powerful habits, brick by brick. It's where you lay out detailed plans for your future. It's where your dreams stop being vague wishes and start turning into actionable steps. If you want to achieve extraordinary results, you have to be willing to do what others aren't. Embrace the quiet. Your greatest breakthroughs won't happen in a crowded room. They'll happen in the focused silence you create for yourself. There's a powerful idea that if you can discipline yourself in silence, you can conquer anything in the noise of the world. Think about it. When you're alone, there's no one there to tell you what to do. No boss to watch over your shoulder, no gym partner to drag you out of bed, no one to hold you accountable but yourself. You are forced to become your own manager, your own motivator, and your own leader. This is where you truly test your resolve. Can you stick to your schedule when no one is watching? Can you manage your thoughts and resist the urge to procrastinate? Can you channel your energy into productive tasks instead of mindless distractions? Every time you succeed in doing this, you build a muscle. You become stronger, calmer, and sharper. You're not just practicing discipline. You're forging an identity. You are becoming the person who keeps their promises to themselves. And when you can rely on yourself, you become an unstoppable force. Finally, as you spend more time in solitude, you begin to cultivate the most important relationship you'll ever have, the one with yourself. You become your own best friend. You realize that you don't need to be constantly surrounded by people to feel whole or complete. Your own company has value. Your own presence has meaning. You learn to enjoy your own thoughts, to find joy in your own hobbies, and to feel at peace in your own skin. And a strange thing happens when you reach this level of self-sufficiency. Your relationships with others actually improve. You stop seeking relationships out of a need to fill a void and start forming them out of a desire to share your fullness. Your standards become higher because you're no longer afraid of being alone. Your life becomes more peaceful because you're not desperately clinging to people or situations that aren't right for you. You operate from a place of abundance, not scarcity. The art of being alone is not about weakness or isolation. It is a path to self-mastery. It's a powerful tool for anyone who wants to grow, stay motivated, and build unshakable discipline. So I challenge you, start by spending just a little more time with yourself. Turn off the noise, step away from the distractions, and just be. Because the person you become when no one is watching is the person you truly are. Master yourself in the silence, and you will master your life in the world. Thank you so much for watching. If this message resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content on self-improvement and personal growth. See you in the next one.